Hello? Let's move on to a symbolic analysis of the sacred texts, continuing our series. I believe this analysis is quick and a bit historical and exemplary. Once again, we come across the symbol, desert. A region of searching in the void, of going within, of meditating, of being silent for many. Here, the encounter with someone in a river is different, acting as a sanitizer of the mind and emotions, so that the connection with the so-called soul, or spirit, depends on the order for each person, their size and their personality. So, I would put it as going to meditation, diving into the subconscious where purity is found, where one recognizes oneself, where one can go beyond sitting and being silent. For many, this is the point where true initiation occurs. Before we go into some symbols, I would like to remind you that everything is a symbol, and can have meaning in any area of your existence. Your mother is not just something in your head, and yet she can be a symbol of affection, friendship, or whatever it is that she reminds you of when you think of her. You can take examples from everything around you. So, whether it happened, whether it existed, whether it is historical or not, it doesn't matter now. What matters is what you can learn from it for your journey to the desert, for your purification and connection of your light with the wisdom that is available at that point. In addition to the symbols already mentioned in the last texts, we see here the order of evolution. And I would put it like this. 1. Going to meditation, the so-called desert. 2. Encounter with the subconscious, the symbols used were the river and being a purifier. 3. Mental resistance linked to materiality, the symbols used were the Pharisees and Sadducees. 4. Receiving wisdom and one's own path, the symbols used were the dove from heaven and the presentation as a son. I would like to explore the third point further, since these are our impediments to the fourth point. It is not difficult to understand that this symbol speaks of our tendencies to repeat situations in life that end up shallow and without understanding. We do not know why we go to university to graduate. Someone said it was necessary, and there we all go. And you might think, but for many it will be necessary. I tell you that for everyone, even, but only if there is depth of meaning. If it is shallow, it will only be wasted time and printed paper. Therefore, destruction of oneself and of the planet on which one lives. We can always think of the obvious examples of dogmas. How many repeat the rites in churches and do not know the power they have? They do it shallow and they remain shallow. Nothing that is spiritual done with a material mind only will work. So, these symbols are the first to fall. It may be that you, in fact, use the rituals later, that you do not deny your religion, your traditions, but to live them fully it will be necessary, first, to leave them. How? Meditate until you find this purification. When you feel uncomfortable, when the crisis comes, there is the beautiful materiality that at that moment is a barrier. Leave them behind, then let wisdom arrive and then, receive and create what is necessary. I can only use other symbols that I would call examples to explain, because each person will do it in a unique way. After the Tower of Babel falls, you will no longer understand anyone, since everyone will speak different languages. But you will be able to build your own ladder to rise up with the freedom to descend it whenever you want to live how and what you want. The path is symbolic, but also real. It is your self-analysis, but also the path of the initiate. It is the ability to find emotional temperance and peace, but also the silence between books that will reveal insights, or the contemplation of the material that will lead you to ecstasy. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. These audios are readings of the original text that you can find on Ilia's Medium website. For more information, see our description.